I like controlled chaos. I would have been a fantastic ED nurse because I'm crazy and wild and like to keep going.
Yeah.
When 2020 hit was my wake up call. No, that's not what I would have signed up for.
Sure.
That's not what I wanted, right? Like I wanted to be the happy nurse. I wanted to be the nurse that came in and was like, "Hey, Mrs. Jones, how are you? You feel good today? Let's make you beautiful." I didn't want to save her life. I didn't want to save her life.
That's real.
I didn't want to wear a zoot suit. I didn't want to hold a phone and say goodbye to your loved ones. I didn't want to do any of those things.
That's real talk right there.
Okay? When they did the drive-through around the hospital, I drove through that thing 3 times, crying and honking my horn. And I made sure that they were fed.
Yeah.
Know your role.
That's so good.
Know your role. Right? Like, I knew at that moment, I am pivotal in this piece. How? By supporting your efforts. You're there in a war zone.
Yes.
In a war zone, taking care of people that are dying in mass numbers.
Yes.
And the PTSD that comes from something like that.
Sure.
It was our job to keep you going.
Air support. That's so beautiful.
Feed them. That's all we could do. We could feed them.
Yeah. Because it's a real need.
It was huge. It was huge.
Your heart is so full, so powerful. Who would you say are the people that were central to your, when I say like your person, like who are your pillars that has really allowed you to blossom to become this stable force and a pillar in your community? Because none of us become who we are by accident, and we find our angels along the pathway, even in our...
There's so many. There's so many. Look, my parents are number one, right?
Awesome.
Because through them, you learn everything. You learn the goodness.
It's so good to hear this, because I'm telling you.
And the heart and the love and the being genuine and authentic. And that's the way I was raised. I was raised to care for others.
Yeah.
My dad appears like a bull to many, and people are very intimidated, especially when he was younger. He was very gruff.
I love it.
But if they knew who he was and they sat and they spoke to him, they would see the pureness in his heart, right? And the love he had for the people around him.
That's amazing. That's me.
But there's so much. There are so many special people along this journey for the past 4 years that came in and each added a little note. Each did something that you were like, oh. I have one woman, Beth Vecchio. She's great. She's a teacher. She's a music teacher.
Awesome.
She was very big with the church. And she would walk in and go, "I'm doing a coat drive." And I'm like, "We're doing a coat drive."
Just like
that.
that.
If you walked into Verrilli, she'd be like, "What the hell is going on in this place?
I don't know what the heck.
Why are there diapers and formula and coats and turkeys? What is going on here?" Because you'd have all of them literally at the same time.
At the bakery.
At the bakery. My father never knew what was going on. He never said a word, but he knew that I was absolutely lost in my mind during 2020. This
is epic. This is so epic.
What is this? Well, Dad, we're doing a toy drive. We did senior bags. We did 100 senior bags.
Yeah.
At Christmas time. And I had people come and like, look, you got to see, put a call out to the wild. I dare you.
Yeah.
Go on your phone, tell people you're going to do something, and watch what Morristown does.
It's awesome.
They are beyond crazy.
I love it.
And if they're in with what you're doing, they really come through for you. They believe in you, and they believe what your thought process. I had one guy call me up and go, "How much more you need for those senior bags?" I'm like, I just need to sending you a check for $1,000. Go get what you need.
Just really love it.
And we had trucks that just drove up and unloading 50 bags in each building to give those people a little Christmas. Right?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
A little Christmas.
This is so beautiful.
And it wasn't, they had food stamps, so they could get their food.
Yeah.
But they couldn't get household things. They couldn't get toiletries. They couldn't get a scarf and a hat and gloves. And so we made sure we gave all of that. And it was just to do those things and want nothing in return.
Yeah. It's
just
the most
to
liberating.
see it for the joy of somebody else and to see them smile.
It's powerful.
And be remembered. Your two special groups are your kids and your seniors.
Come on now.
The ones who did it and the ones who are coming to do it. We're just here in the middle hanging out.
You just said something real powerful I love. You said, and to be remembered.